Oh no, this guy's even better. This guy can see him the Wendy Williams show. He performs all over. Give it to my man, Andy Trump.
Thank you. So, thanks for coming out tonight. Got a lot of fun stuff going on I want to share with you. Old age, for example. Had a birthday recently. Turned 65 years old. Now, a lot of people find that hard to believe, which doesn't always work to my advantage. Like last week, this guy mugged me, he knocked me down, he took my money, I looked up at him and I said, hey, got a lot of nerve doing that to a 65-year-old man. He said, you're 65, really? I said, yeah, so he came back and took my half-price Metro card. So I walked into a bar, I had to walk because I had no Metro card. And I started rapping to this chick, right? And she said to me, what are you talking to me for? You're old enough to be my father. I said to her, hey, I resent that. I'm old enough to be your grandfather. Give me some credit. But it's weird being the same age as old people, you know? And there's memory loss. But that's not always a bad thing, because I can watch movies for the first time again. Like last night I watched The Sixth Sense. You know what happens at the end? I'm asking you because I don't remember. But I'm having new experiences at this age, which I think is good. Like I got booked to do a gig in a gay bar for the first time. Nice. And I went in and the owner said, you know, you're kind of cute. They're going to like you here, but you got to show a little leg. So I bought this. Come on, laugh it up. I just remembered a Barbie for this. You know, the problem with this bit is I keep losing these legs. So I got a whole apartment full of mutilated Barbie carcasses laying around, which is actually great for scaring off Jehovah's Witnesses. Then I got booked to do a show in a brothel, which was good, where sex is $50 a pop, $100 if you want his daughter. That's new. He's not. Then again, neither am I. Well, but new experiences are great. Like the other day, I decided, just for the hell of it, decided to see how much sushi I could eat in an hour without passing out. I call that Squid Game. I tried investing online, but as you probably know, in order to become successful, you have to get to really know the product. Like I bought Pfizer when Viagra came out, and it went up. Now green energy is the big thing. So I chose cannabis stocks. I watched all my profits go up in smoke. And talk about the munchies, made me wish I had more sushi. I wrote a rap song, thinking it would help me hook up with some of those hot rap chicks, you know? Well, let me tell you, those girls will give you a workout. You gotta do cardio if you want to do Cardi B. Or else you end up at the cardiologist. You like that joke? I always try them out on girls first. It's like sex. I show a girl what I've got, and if she likes it, I put it in. But things are opening up again, and I'm starting to have girls over my place, so I figured I better clean up a little. I even decided to make the big move and get rid of my collection of VHS porn. I had all the classics, Good Will Humping, Saturday Night Fever, and the mob-themed porn film, The Hard Father, a movie with a lot of stiffs. But it's not as easy to get rid of these films as you would think. I tried donating them to the library, but they wouldn't take them. They already had all those titles on Blu-ray. But COVID's scary, isn't it? For a while I worried that I had it, because they say you lose your sense of taste. Have you seen how I dress? Audrey, how do you guys like the jacket? Pretty spiffy, right? I got this from a yard sale at Elton John's house. It was right next to the 8 tracks of Liberace. Liberace is a great guy. You guys remember Liberace? Yeah. But everybody's had a rough year. Have you seen what things cost? Have you seen what gas costs? It's cheaper to just do coke and run everywhere. You know, these days girls are looking to date a guy who has gas. When was the last time that was trendy? Even breast implants have gone up in price. Talk about inflation. And it sucks for me because breasts are two of my favorite things. Now you know what I heard about? There's a baby formula shortage, which I don't understand. Isn't the formula for a baby just sperm and an egg? So, we have any couples here tonight that will admit to being together? Okay, nice. How long you guys been together?
Almost 7 years.
Almost 7 years. Let's give them a hand. By the way, the sex is going to stop soon, so you're going to need that hand. But 7 years is good. You know, the reason most relationships don't last is because men and women view them differently. Like I was out with this girl who said to me, "There's nothing like making love to your best friend." What the hell would she do with my best friend? How would she like it if I put the moves on her best friend again? Funny thing is, the guy turned me down. He said he felt funny dating his cousin. So I've been watching a lot of TV, and I like TV, but I don't like the commercials. I never did. Like, remember the ones they used to have for phone sex? I gotta pay a whole bunch of money to have a girl curse a lot and never let me touch her. I already have dates like that. And they always say 99 cents a minute, call as often as you like they're doing you a favor, taking your money. 99 cents a minute, that's $60 an hour. I can get a lawyer to lie to me for 50. And now they have the drug commercials on every 15 seconds, right? Where the drug treats one thing, but it's got like 15 horrible side effects. And one of the side effects is always impotence. And this drug is for depression. This is how you're cheering me up. Now they got a drug to treat impotence in guys with small wieners. It's called Microsoft. And they have penis enlargement pills so a guy doesn't go off half-cocked. But see, the problem with these medications is guys are never going to admit that they need them. I mean, we come out of the womb lying about penis size. This is why women have such poor depth perception, because guys keep telling them that this is 8 inches. So, any of my fellow Jews in the audience, where are my people? Nice to see you out on a Friday night. Out drinking. You're going to hell, you know that, right? When you get there, look for me. I'll be the guy watching Pornhub on a flip phone. But actually, that's a misconception anyway, because Jews can go out on Fridays. I consider myself to be an observant Jew. So on a Friday night when I'm at a strip club observing, and I see one of my friends or relatives there, it could be awkward. So I just gotta wait for them to get off stage. Like I don't spend enough time on my sister. It's my own fault. She asked me what I thought she should do for a living. I told her to take a poll. My parents never should have bought that bar. Okay, we have any young people here tonight? Where are my millennials? Nice. So I'm what's called a baby boomer. You know what comes between a baby boomer and a millennial? An angry father. Any chance I am your father? Because the 90s were a blur. Any guys here who are millennials? Anybody young? Did I hear a groan from somewhere? Oh, David. How are you? I'm good, you know. I envy your age. You got your whole life ahead of you. And then you know what you got to look forward to in the end? Old man sex. And it's just as good as it sounds. Do you know I finally stopped beating my meat? My meat is now winning. So, for you young guys, are you good at technology? No. That's disappointing. Somebody's got to help me with this crap. Because technology scares the hell out of me. Every time I get a new device, I'm afraid I'm going to press the wrong button and bring down NASA. My father was the same way. I get it from him. From the time I was born till the time he died, he drove the same beat-up 90-year-old station wagon. This thing was so old, the hood ornament was a dinosaur. And when he died, he left it to me, so I can't bring myself to get a new car either. I mean, I'd like to get a new car. I like cars. I go to the dealer and I ask questions. I'm curious about buying. I'm bi-curious. Now I got a question for you. Why is it that cell phones and TVs keep getting smarter and thinner, the exact opposite of the people who use them? I still have the world's oldest smart TV, and you know, they don't stay smart. My smart TV's now down to like a C student. I had to get it a Roku as a tutor. But I love smart TVs, especially the voice-activated hands-free function, which is great when watching porn. You could do anything with them. You could watch a movie, you could go online, but I find it all very confusing. Like the other day, I tried to rent the movie Single White Female. Next thing I know, it made a date on Tinder. But I'll take online dating any day over singles events because they lie to you about who's coming. I went to one where they said the crowd, someone's had the experience. I went to one where they said the crowd was going to be in their 30s and 40s. Turns out they were actually born in the 30s and 40s. The 18 30s and 40s. One gal that the DJ that I saw her from when she was in high school, he put on Beethoven. You know the crowd is old when friends with benefits mean she's dating a guy who has Medicare. Sad but true. And you know what I really don't get about these singles things? The ones they have on boats. Welcome back. I don't go on boats. If Jews were meant to go on boats, Moses never would have parted those waters. Now I know what you're thinking, Noah had an ark. But I'm not buying that Noah was a Jew. Because no Jewish mother's letting you have all those pets. Now we know Jesus was a Jew because he lived with his mother till he was 30. And you meet a lot of freaks at singles things, you know? Like I met one girl who was wearing 3 masks, one for each personality. But having multiple personalities isn't all bad, because it gives you a great excuse when you want to break up with somebody. Hey, it's not me, it's me. One gal kept asking me for meth. Is that considered speed dating? She told me she wanted to die a virgin. I said, cool, what color? Then one of them cornered me and said, tell me the truth, do you want to have kids one day? I told her, sure, I'll take her for one day. I'll do a weekend. Just get them out of my house by Monday. I got racquetball. Actually, I'm kidding, I really like kids. In fact, I'm thinking of going to Miami and adopting a baby boy. That's why people go to Florida, to get a little son.
Keep it coming, Andy.
But I hardly know you. Call me, 99 cents a minute. But I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. It takes a while for the peer pressure to kick in. Neons from Russia clapping for Brooklyn. You know, you got any Brooklyn people here? What neighborhood are you from?
Very rich.
That's real Brooklyn, none of this Williamsburg crap, which is Manhattan if you can't find an apartment. Right? I grew up in Flatbush, 2 blocks from the Gemini Lounge, where the Iceman murdered 100 people for the mob. And my band played there. If we knew that was going on, we would have played better. But it was tough growing up in Brooklyn for the Jewish kids, you know, because we got picked on. Like one time a guy busted my menorah. Talk about punching my lights out. Luckily, most people think I'm Italian, which is good. Because girls like Italian guys. Because they think even if we're no good in bed, at least we can fix their car or something, you know? But the Jewish people are not a mechanical people. You give a Jew a hammer and he opens off a building. And I have to admit, I'm not at all handy. Every time I try to make a protein shake, comes out a Long Island iced tea. Which is not a bad drink nutritionally when you think about it. Because the iced tea contains something from all 4 of the primary food groups. Vodka, gin, rum, and tequila. It becomes a Brooklyn iced tea if you beat a guy up and take his. Another thing about the Jews, we have no sense of direction. It's true. My parents nicknamed me Jesus because every time I went to the store, they were hoping I'd come back. You know, a bad sense of direction is how anal sex was discovered. We're just not upfront about it. I came up with that, but I didn't know where to put it in. You know, for a lot of people, anal sex isn't that much of a stretch, so why not take a crack at it? When people laugh at these jokes, it makes me wonder how they were reared.
You're killing us.
I never touched you. A bad sense of direction is why there have been no great Jewish explorers. Think of the names of the great explorers. You had Alexander the Great and Eric the Red. You never had Saul the Asthmatic, Myron the Mama's Boy, Barry the Bedwetter. Moses got lost in the desert for 40 years. 40 years. Was it that hard to find a deli? And when my lousy sense of direction really gets me in trouble is when I'm in the doctor's office and I'm trying to find my way out of the little room. I'll be in there just having received a thorough rectal exam, which seems odd since the guy's a podiatrist. I should have known something was up when the doctor gave me flowers. So now the doc's leaning back smoking a cigarette, fanning himself, and I'm looking for the exit, only to be confronted by a maze of other little rooms. And like any self-respecting guy, I'll never admit that I'm lost. So every time I walk into the wrong little room by mistake, I end up playing it cool and agreeing to some unnecessary medical procedure. The same day I had a kidney taken out, another one put in, and I was circumcised 3 times. If my sausage hadn't been whittled down to a cocktail, Frank, I'd still be there. Don't worry, I still got 8 inches left. So call me, 99 cents a minute. Chat with sexy circumcised singles in your area. Circumcision is an odd part of Judaism when you think about it. Are you thinking about it? You know, I have more circumcision jokes coming. This is just the tip of the iceberg. And the tip of the Goldberg. But circumcision makes us feel like we're not really part of the crowd, like we don't fit in. Which is strange, because you think getting circumcised would make us fit in better. Now, the guy who performs this ritual is called a moil. How exactly does one end up with a job like this? I mean, I gotta think he misread the ad. You know, a religious man wanted to perform ritual, good pay, and lots of tips. And what school do you go to for this? Could you imagine your parents coming up on open school night to review your work? Could you imagine grading these final exams? Some guys pass, others don't make the cut. And what you really don't want to be is this guy's first customer. All right, I screwed up, so change his name to Amy, but have more kids, I'll get better. I had more circumcision jokes, but I cut them. Okay, thanks for coming out. We got a great show for you tonight. Now stick around. And here's Vince. Waiting in the wings. If he was a wrestler, would I make a great manager in this coach?
Ladies, make some noise for Andy Troy, man. Make some noise, man.